go to the jungle, you just keep clearing waves, so you farm a lot. And he was just out farming pretty much everyone.
He out-farmed the Sven.
Yeah.
Which is insane. I mean, granted, I think you and I both thought Wind Ranger was probably the favorite in the mid matchup.
Yeah.
And the Wind Ranger still lost. Even with Sumail having a death, because he went bottom with Moonlight Shadow, died under the Sentry, still was ahead. And at that point, it's already like, well, we're kind of losing out on farm really bad. And then there was this 5 to 10 minute period where Adfinem didn't really have a clear idea of what they wanted to do with the game. And the whole time, EG are just farming. They're farming the Sven, they're farming the Lone Druid, they're farming on the Mirana as well. So they just kind of, I think, lost direction. And EG just punished that so hard by being the greedier team.
He actually almost doubled up. He's 2 creeps away from doubling the Windrunner CS.
Yeah, that's actually insane.
And he had a Shivas, taken 4, Blink Dagger Lincolns at the end.
Like he was blinking in, like he would pre-pop Shivas, blink, Starstorm. Because he's waiting like for the Aghanim Starstorm to come back off cooldown, and you deal so much damage, and then you leap away. And it's like they didn't even know how to react to it.
Yeah, no. It seems interesting.
So we know that Evil Geniuses played their lineup well. They did what they needed to do. They executed, and they had a game plan, did it, done, won the game. So Adfinem had a game plan as well, and they picked up heroes that could rotate early. We had the Earth Spirit there. What went wrong there? What fell where did they fall short?
I didn't even think that I don't even think that they did play it that well, EG. I felt like they kind of played it a bit sloppy. Like, I think that's why Adfinem actually got those kills. I feel Fury died a couple of times. Maybe they're kind of playing the bounty hunter as just that hero that he can walk around and die a bit, and that's fine. But I did feel like they played it a bit sloppy still. But I think that the biggest thing is just that Adfinem, it feels like when they're playing against EG, and I think this is something that a lot of teams who play EG have done, it's they overreact. They think too much about what to do to win against EG. Because EG is one of those big teams.
Oh my god, we're facing EG, what do we do?
Yeah, so they're walking around trying to figure out how can we kill EG, how can we kill EG, we need to stop EG from playing Dota, instead of thinking, okay, we're Adfinem, what are we going to do to win this game? How are we going to get a lot of items? How are we going to break their base? How are we going to kill their throne? How are we going to get ahead in the game? Because it's not just about killing EG, it's about playing your own game and actually taking objectives and winning the game. That's what Dota is about. It's not about just beating one team, but you just need to play your own game. And to me, it just seemed like they were too focused on actually trying to beat EG. And by doing so,
they were in their own head a lot, and that can be a problem for sure. Because there weren't many times in the game where they were pressuring towers even. It's like, yeah, they took a couple of small skirmishes, they had like a 9-kill advantage at one point, but when they had a 9-kill advantage, the net worths were even. So they win that one team fight bottom where they had 4 or 5 tracks, and the game at that point is just, we won.
So I know you guys want to talk about the Lone Druid play a little bit as well, so hereby, floor is all yours. EG Boba.
I mean, it's Lone Druid. I want to see him on a more Boba hero, you know what I mean? Because he picked that one up, I think, specifically for playing with EG.
Okay.
And, Pycat said he's seeing him playing Lone Druid a lot in pubs and whatnot, so he's obviously practiced it a bit. But this is more of a Adfinem kind of beating themselves more, I think, than just like looking at one hero and saying, okay, this was really good, their strategy was clearly better. I still think that Adfinem had a good draft. I still think they could have won with those heroes.
Yeah.
I think Pycat kind of hit it on the head and just like tried to play more towards your own draft rather than thinking about what EG wants to do. Because you have Fury and you have Earth Spirit for early game pressure. Like, you can control the laning phase so well. And yeah, you caught Fear a couple of times. He did get 2 couriers though, which is still a lot for a bounty hunter, I think, when you're pretty much the only one moving around like that. And then during the mid game, just try to push. It's not like EG had amazing deep push. Their Sven went Echo Saber, Helm of the Dom, and then wait, did he go?
I did like the Echo Saber though.
He did.
It was okay.
It was alright.
He used it as a farming item. He didn't actually use it to fight with, because you can just think of it as like.
But he didn't need to use it as anything else.
No, I know, because they're just farming all 3 lanes. They're
Yeah.
killing the ancients every single time they spawn. Like, they were just more efficient, and that just boils down to, again, Adfinem not like pressuring properly.
So you feel like this is like pure outplay?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even have anything to do with the draft.
No, I
don't think so either. Yeah. And I think also, what's good is now we're gonna get to see Vega against EG.
Yeah.
And I feel like Vega is one of those teams they won't actually think that much about. Like, you can see how they played against MVP. They kind of just play their own pushing strat. Sure, it didn't go that well in the beginning for them, but they managed to pull it together later on and capitalize on some of MVP's mistakes. But I think that Vega are gonna have more of an approach where they're just gonna come in with a plan. Okay, this is what we're gonna do in this game, and then we're gonna get to see more of a proper game of Dota.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna favor?
I still think I gotta go with. Yeah, you thought it.
Know what you're
EG
gonna,
Boba.
everyone knows what you're gonna say.
Come on, it can't be that one-sided.
I mean, it's not that's going to be one-sided. It's just EG Volba.
But he wasn't the key factor to win the game in previous.
Yeah, but they're
You think
sandbagging
so?
him, right?
You think so?
Maybe he's
I
keeping,
don't know what's going on their team speak.
Maybe he's keeping morale super high. You know what I mean?
Did you see Boba as a very loud person during the game?
No, but when's the last time you've been around Sam and you haven't smiled?
Oh yeah, that's okay. Fair enough. I'll take that one.
I mean, anyone who's met Sam, you just smile when you're around them.
Wow,
It's just that type of game.
EG's stats actually don't look that great.
Yeah,
so far.
zeros everywhere.
There's
Zeros
loads of
everywhere.
lions as well.
Very poor GPA.
Big lion all the time.
You think with that many creep kills, your GP would be a bit higher.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Now we have, of course, got more games to go. We got 3 more games to go. Actually, this was the first 2 games of Group B just now, deciding which team goes to the winners bracket of Group B and which team goes to the lower bracket of Group B. So in the winners bracket, we soon have coming up Vega versus Evil Geniuses. That will be our first matchup coming after a short break soon. And after that, we're going to go into the lower bracket, which is going to be MVP Phoenix taking on AdFinem. And looking slightly ahead to that one, seeing both AdFinem and MVP Phoenix, how do you feel that's going to go? Because you said maybe AdFinem didn't feel like themselves in this game. Are they going to feel themselves against MVP Phoenix?
I think they're going to shake it off a bit. You know, just be like, okay, we know what we did wrong in that game. You got to feel it. I think when you're a team and you have this game, you get out of it and you're like, man, we didn't really do anything. You know, and I think that's going to be like a wake-up call. Okay, let's not get trapped into this mentality where we're trying to play the other team's game, because that's like the first thing that any team needs to do is establish your style, find what you're good at.
Yeah.
And against like the other teams that we've seen AdFinem play, like even going before this tournament, they seem to have a very clear idea of how they like to play, and it works really well, even against other Tier 2 and Tier 1 teams. But maybe it was just the star power of the name EG that kind of got
It might be, and then also the bounty hunter. I think that's one of their kind of key heroes. They did give it up to EG. I feel like they might think about first picking that bounty hunter even, if you like.
Yeah,
because
they
it seems
first
like a
made
very
us profit
crucial
this
hero
game.
for them, and,
Yeah.
and they do play really well with it. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they, I mean, even first pick it, but pick it
Yeah,
up. really
they
early,
have in the
'cause-
past. They're just like, yeah, we're going to take
Because
it.
it's like, if you're actually good at something and you,
Gentlemen,
you know, okay.